Hello, everyone. You're welcome to today's live session. So, guys, in today's video, we have another interesting topic. Mr. Peter Obi was in Benin today. And surprisingly, honestly, the response was huge. We can all see that Mr. Peter Obi has not lost his support base. I mean, this man is grounded, and that's why his opponents are afraid. At the election tribunal, he is the winner. And even if they want to go for a rerun or they want to cancel this election to even start all afresh, I tell you, Mr. Peter Obi's support base remains very strong. For me, I think he's even winning more supporters every day because people are already tired of the administration of Tinubu. I mean, you can see what is happening in Nigeria. This is not a matter of just citing Mr. Peter Obi for citing sake. We can all see it happening live in Nigeria that this administration has not been effective in arresting the current state of things in Nigeria. And that is why the people cannot no longer, hide their support for Mr. Peter Obi. Peter Obi is strong across Nigeria. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys this video that, you know, that showcased Mr. Peter Obi's support base in Benin City today. Honestly, this man is strong everywhere. And his political
Okay.
Yes. So, doctor, you can see that Mr. Peter Obi's supporters, as in, they are not getting tired. You can see the energy. I wonder if we have any politician who could walk on the streets of Nigeria, after this election, and you see people coming out en masse to give him this kind of presidential welcome. Honestly, Mr. Peter Obi has won the hearts of people. And we keep telling people that when you are placed in such a position, in a leadership position, do your best to make people feel your impact. So, doctor, I don't know what you've got to say about Mr. Peter Obi's visit in Benin City today.
Good evening, viewers. I hope you had a good day today. At least this video clip should cheer you up, despite all the depressing news we are getting from Nigeria. Like, let's just continue. Let me not even go to what is happening in Abuja and in this new government. But as we can see here, that there is only one man to beat in Nigeria today. I can't possibly see any politician in Nigeria that will step out on the streets today and get this kind of rousing ovation and support following him. Meanwhile, he went to Benin, to Edo State, to the rallies or campaign for the local government election, and also hand over flags to those who are campaigning for the governorship election coming next year. The local government election in Edo State is coming next month, September. Since when was the last time you heard that a local government election is coming in any state and there was a campaign? It never happened. Why? Because the governors wrap it and put it under their pockets. But this time around, the situation has changed in Nigeria. Thanks to one man, Peter Obi, the dynamics has changed. I am looking forward that after the local government election in September, we are going to have a government that is at the center of Edo State, controlled by PDP. And then local government chairman, which is the grassroots, controlled by Labour Party, which means that Labour Party is putting into practice what is called the real grassroots structure. The structure of corruption that P2B talked about is getting dismantled. It's beginning to get dismantled, and it is starting from Edo State. I am happy with the Edo people because they never disappoint. You remember we did analysis on the Edo State presidential election declared everywhere. Despite the fact that they suppressed the vote, even after all the suppression, Labour Party still came on top. And I was also privileged to listen in channels his speech in this particular tour in Edo State. This was when he was on the road going to the place. And he said emphatically the things he did for the local government when he was a governor. That the local government are the people who really interface with the common man. The primary health care, the primary school, and all those maternal care and what have you, where you need the pregnant women in the villages and co. And he said it in that campaign. And he ended up by saying in that campaign that they should go and verify. And when he made that statement, go and verify, the ovation was so loud. Now, let's bring it up to the presidential level. You remember that the Labour Party made two prayers. The one prayer is that based on the available result they have, that they won the election. But if the court so decide that the abuse orchestrated by INEC, it's so much that they decide to cancel the election outrightly, good. They are also, Labour Party saying we are ready to go back to the field. Labour Party made two prayers. It's either we go back to the field or we are declared the winner. PDP made only one prayer: cancel and let us go back to the field. And one thing, and APC is saying everything is fine. I definitely don't think there's any reasonable judge that would think that everything was fine. I was listening to a program by one channel from Ghana, faraway Ghana, and this man was talking about the mess that INEC Nigeria did in Nigeria. Ghanaians cannot be far away in Ghana and saw the substantial abuse of our Electoral Act, and the judges said they didn't see it. Unless they are hiding something. South African Broadcasting Service rightly said that ECOWAS has lost their power because the current president of ECOWAS, that happens to be Nigerian president, has a credibility problem in the way he came. South Africa could see the mess in our election. Ghanaians, West Africa, could see the mess in our election. European Union said that by the time the result was declared, that just about 30%, less than 40% of the result had been uploaded on IREV. According to Section 60 that we've been saying here, let's not quote this Electoral Act again. We have quoted it and quoted it. There is no way a collation officer by law can collate and declare a result without that result being available on IREV. Even if there was a technical glitch, what the law expects of a collation officer to do is to sit down and wait until the glitch is cleared so that he can get. Let me put it this way. If you wanted to transfer money to my account from your Guaranteed Trust Bank to my Zenith Bank, and they say that the money is hanging due to network, do you kill yourself? Don't you wait until it clears? Because there was a glitch between Guaranteed Trust Bank and Zenith Bank. You wait until the glitch is cleared. So what every collation officer was supposed to do is to sit down and say, okay, there is a glitch in upload. And according to INEC, in their reply, in their final address, INEC said that glitch lasted only for 4 hours. If it lasted only for 4 hours on the 25th of February, how come on the 1st of March, when election was declared, when the winner was declared by INEC, according to European Union, less than 40% had been uploaded? You said the glitch happened for 4 hours, but that was on the 25th of February. Okay, what happened after 24 hours, 26th of February? What happened after 48 hours, 27th of February? What happened after 72 hours, which is 28th of February? Am I right? You see, what happened after 96 hours, which is 28th of February? And then you declare a winner by the 1st of March. You say the glitch happened for 4 hours. You declared a winner after 96 hours, and only 30% had been uploaded. So what did you use to do the collation? Which result? The judges must answer this question, because the Labour Party gave them this assignment. The judges must answer this question, because the Labour Party, I remember Livi Uzoku's write-up. I remember where he was saying, these people say, in fact, I am talking 96 hours. Livi Uzoku, the final address of Labour Party was that even though they said it happened for 4 hours, after 4 months, the result, after 4 months, how many 24 hours are you going to find in 4 months? Let's just say it's 30 days times 4. That is 120 days that made 4 months times 24. 2,880 hours. The result is still not complete on IREV. For a problem you say happened in 4 hours, how can the judges waive this high crime against the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the part of INEC and say that that election will continue? How? That is number one. And the few that they uploaded, remember that European Union said that about that result they uploaded so far, all of them, the calculation is even wrong. Okay, let's keep that one on one side and come. Viewers, it is important that we keep reminding ourselves this. So when we are in this season of all eyes on judiciary, just so they know we know. I don't know the judge that is listening to what I'm saying now. Honorable Judge, your lordship, just so you know that we know. And remember that it is the evidence that is presented in the court that we use. Just so you know, we know that Labour Party presented the evidence. All the exhibits of the blood result, mutilated result, that even INEC only witness could not read. Labour Party paid millions to get certified true copy of the document that only INEC can provide. They were begging INEC, can you please give us the result that you used to declare this election, so that when we see it, we can say, oh, maybe we didn't know. Hence, you have it by law. Give it to us. And INEC, you stamped blank result and gave them, which means what you have is blank. Because according to our Evidence Act, a certified true copy is exactly a copy of what you have, a photocopy. The word certified true copy in law is simple photocopy in English. And the question I keep asking us Nigerians is this: when you finished, when that day you went to see your JAMB results, and you notice that you have gotten 200 and something, and you got your admission to read medicine in Unilag or medicine in Uniben or medicine in UNN or law in LASU or what have you, whichever course. When you come to the verification officer in the registrar's office in the university, do you photocopy a blank copy and give to them and say, it's not my fault, it is the photocopy of the business center where I went? Do you think that the registrar office will collect it from you? If the registrar office of a university will not collect it from you for ordinary admission, why will INEC give us a blank copy and expect the judges to accept it as what they use to make somebody the president of Nigeria? INEC, judges, just so you know that we know. When we say all eyes on judiciary, we are just reminding you people that we know. We just want to let you know that we know. So don't embarrass yourself, honorable judges. Do what is needful. And because of those errors that Labour Party identified, about 2.5 million results on IREV were either mutilated or blurred. Meaning mutilated means they carry something like pen and manipulate the result that you don't know what it is. You can't say, is this 170 or is it 070? That's mutilated. You can't look at it and call it anything. Or blood. Blood means it's shaky. You can't see the thing again. That is it. And that one accounts to about 2.5 million votes. And according to law, according to our Electoral Act, if results being contested is greater than the difference between the declared winner and the runner-up, it must be cancelled. The difference between APC declared by INEC and PDP declared by INEC is less than 2.5 million votes, which means on that alone, the election should be cancelled unless there is another result that Labour Party has to say, no, don't cancel it. We have another result to present. But that is not enough. Labour Party also argued in their final report that about 39,000 polling unit results are either inaccessible on IREV or blurred or mutilated, meaning problematic IREV result is equal to 39,000. Some of them cannot be accessed. Those who were accessed, some of them are mutilated. Those who were not mutilated were blurred, bringing to about more than 5 million votes in question. So let's look at it. The votes that are in question is so many, and the law is very, 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 very clean and clear. And so let's say if everything is constant, that alone will warrant the cancellation of the election. But fortunately for Labour Party, they presented 10,000 polling unit results that their agents have after the election. We don't know how many votes that are in that 10,000. But if it is an average of 300, and of course, Labour Party will not submit the one that did not favor them. If it is an average of 300, that's 3 million votes. If you dump 3 million votes to the 6-point-something votes that INEC gave them, that is 9 million plus, which is above 8-point-something that INEC gave APC. What did that tell you? Checkmate. That's checkmate. So what Labour Party did was to give the judges what I have said in this space, the devil's alternative. It's either you choose this and we win. If you choose this path, using our 10,000 polling unit result, Labour Party will be returned the winner. If you say that INEC's crime is so much, you cancel it, we go back to the field. And that is why you can see that whilst the president is hiring the likes of Wike and making him the sheriff in Abuja, hiring all those retired governors who have monies, all those, I call them the managers of corrupt structures, the custodians of the corrupt structures, the patrons of corrupt structures. Let me say it here. Those things you see the president doing in this ministerial appointment, he's preparing for election. That is a subtle campaign funding. This is campaign funding that he has started. He's using official government money to give to all those retired patrons of corrupt structures, preparing them for what? For war during the election. But our own beloved P2B is also on the streets, doing what? Campaigning too. Because aside from the fact that he's now sensitizing people from the local government level, he is also equipping them to get ready for the governorship, because Labour Party is taking over in Edo State next year. And much later this year, Labour Party will take over in Imo State, because that's the next part of campaign trail. Is going to Imo State to campaign, because their own election is also coming this year. He's going, I think this year or early next year, he's going to Imo State to campaign. And gradually, the campaign is sifting in, and everybody is getting sensitized. Let them not make any mistake. If you see P2B in Edo State today, you will see a man that is healthy, you see a man that is articulate, you see a man that knows exactly what he wants. There's a rumor that he's trying to merge with Atiku. He said it in Edo State and said, all those things you're hearing is rumor. Why will he merge with anybody? It is obvious to him that he's the man to beat. Why? In the northern states, he got more votes than Kwankwaso. In the northern state, he shared the votes with Atiku. In the southeastern state, he cleaned it up. In the south, like in River State and Co., you saw what Wike tried to did there for APC. You saw him in places like Edo State. Coming to Southwest, even where the PDP claimed to win, it was all this, their old structure, whatever. So why would he partner with anybody? He's the only person who has the goodwill, who has the followership, who has the charisma, who has the energy, who has the health, and who has the age to stand on the podium of the Aso Rock today and wheel the ship of Nigerian state, steer it into the waters of our economic recovery, and make Nigeria great again. That's my thinking.
So guys, for those of you who just joined us, we are looking at Mr. Peter Obi's visit to Benin City. We all know that he went there for campaign. You know, Peter Obi has always shown that he's a leader. And this one is not follow my words. His own is follow my words and my action, as in he merges his words with actions. And that's what makes him so different from a typical Nigerian politician. We all saw that he attended a wedding in Kano State. And you know, the APC people, they were very happy for him to be in their midst. They were like, Mr. Peter Obi should sheathe his sword and join them so that we build a new Nigeria. They know that this man has got some ideas on how to move Nigeria forward. As in, Peter Obi is a very creative leader, and in his humble nature, he likes to learn. He has seen other countries. He has seen what they've done, to move their countries ahead. And that is exactly what he wants to do in Nigeria. He's just there to get ideas from other countries and implement it in our country so that we'll move forward. But our politicians don't want to buy that idea, because for you to even move a country that is going backward, you try to move it forward, you are going to deprive yourself of so many things. And that is why we are where we are today. So Mr. Peter Obi took an exemplary step to visit Edo State during this period of election. No doubt, I'm going to play that video again that we played before, just for you to see the support that this man have. Especially, Edo State is one of the states that, obedience are like shaking the four corners or the four walls of that state. They are showing to all the politicians in Edo State that Labour Party has come to stay, and there's no other party that can replace Labour Party. No doubt, Mr. Peter Obi won very well in Edo State, and we are believing that in this forthcoming election, no matter the strategies that they want to use, I mean the PDP, which is the party that is in power now, no matter the strategies they want to use, the Labour Party is already sending them strong message that we have joined the Peter Obi's camp, and that is where we want to belong, because, we want to move forward as a country. So guys, let me just play this clip for you to see what happened when Mr. Peter Obi entered Benin City today. So guys, this is 6 months after the presidential election. Mr. Peter Obi's support base is really getting stronger. I mean, it's waxing stronger. This is Edo State, Benin City to be precise. So guys, moving from that, let's take a look at what is happening in Abuja. We all know that the ministers, they've started work today. I mean, those that were nominated for ministerial posts under this current government. So they've assumed office. Let's take a look at Wike himself. This is a man that said he will never join the APC because APC is a cancerous party. He rather goes for a party that has just mild malaria. Instead of joining a cancerous party, PDP will be better for him. Let him be there and fight the fight within. He will not want to fight it from elsewhere. But today he has changed his stance. That's the kind of politics they play in Nigeria. Let's just look at one of the clips that we have here from Wike before this moment.
The good job of Naira falling every day. I feel so ashamed that we have gotten to the level where sacrificing, people will come and say, look, I want to continue the good job of Buhari. What is the good job of Buhari? Of hunger is a good job. Of poverty is a good job. Of insecurity is a good job. Of the economy falling is a good job. It's such a shameful thing. I can't believe that somebody will come out in today's Nigeria and say, I want to continue where Mr. Buhari has stopped. May God forgive. May God never allow that people to continue to.
Doug, please just help us out.
So, the first person that God needs to forgive, of course, is the man who just pleaded for forgiveness. Because he has committed the sin that requires forgiveness, isn't it? That's number one. Number two, he says that Naira falling is a bad job because he said, what is the good job? Is it the good job of Naira falling? The last time I checked, Buhari's Naira is far, far, far much better than Tiku's new lovebirds Naira. The last time I checked. I am just checking it. By the time Buhari left, even though Buhari inherited our Naira at $1.180 Naira, but at least he left it somewhere about 560 Naira. He has crushed it to 560 Naira. But from 29th May till now, a dollar is almost, a friend of mine, I said it last week, last week, bought a dollar for 1,000 Naira. Bought it for 1,000 Naira. So, if Wike was saying that Naira was falling under Buhari, well, if we are to use that same model and pattern to analyze it, it means that Naira has not just fallen, but is now buried under their new government. That's number one. He said hunger. Okay. What do you call hunger in the days of Buhari and now? The days of Buhari are golden days. Good old days when you compare it with what Nigerians are going through in the past 2 months plus. Somebody was telling us a story today about a pregnant woman who is due in less than a month, but could not even cook food for the young 2 children that she has. They bought bread and cut the bread with water. That is the extent Nigeria has depreciated. So if there was hunger in the day of Buhari, there is now starvation. It has moved from hunger to starvation. If there was poverty, because these are the things he mentioned in the day of Buhari, what we have now is no longer poverty. It is poverty pro max, abject poverty. That is what it is now. Then he said the economy falling. Hey, how many vehicles are running on the streets of Nigeria today? What is the value of the whole economy put together? In the days of Buhari, economy was falling. In their current day, economy has finally hit the ground and is smashed. So, when Wike was on that particular video clip saying that it is psychophancy, should we now call him Nyesom Wike, and then his rank, his what do you call it? The prefix or the suffix to his name will now be psychophant Nyesom Wike, because he has lived what he preached or he preached against. The party he said he want to stay and they're fighting because they're only suffering from malaria are still on their malaria dosage. They have not even finished the malaria dosage. Because there are some malaria dosage, the one they ask you to take for 4 days, you take it like 6 hours. And when you're taking it, you're meant to eat food and it makes you tired and cool. They are still recovering from their malaria dosage. It's not a one-off therapy. And he jumped boat and ran to the one that they told us that he used his mouth to say that the cancer is at the stage 4. And really, I can see that cancer that is at stage 4, the doctors are already removing the life support because they need to use the equipment for those who probably their own are on stage 1. Yet, Wike found that a party to go and frolic with. And now they have given him the portfolio of Abuja. He's now the new sheriff in town. And as you can see, he's talking tough. But I am not disappointed. I am not ashamed. I can only say that these are the kind of people our politicians are. They are all like this. With one mouth, he's talking about illegal structures. Which illegal structures? Is it not this same illegal structure that El-Rufai was using to talk tough under Obasanjo? For 8 years, is it not APC that was in power? All the C of O's that were issued in the past 48 months, was it not issued by APC? All the structures that were built in the past 8 years, was it not authorized by APC? APC gave C of O, authorized or closed their eyes when illegal structures are being raised. APC is coming to pull it down. Is this not insulting to our sensibilities? It's just like when I see people like Nuhu Ribadu saying that the challenge, Nuhu Ribadu and the likes of Oshomole, saying that the challenge this present government is going through was inherited from the past government. I am like, which government is the past government? That was the same government Oshomole himself was the party chairman. Kai. That was a government that was in power for 48 months. When I think of the fact that the CBN governor is under suspension, this was the CBN governor that served this same party for 8 years. 8 years out of the 9 years he served. He served only 1 year under PDP and 8 years under APC, remaining 1 year to make it 10 years. How do these people reason? It is a shame. It's a shame. No wonder we need to heighten the consciousness of all eyes on judiciary, because if the judiciary could save us, maybe we can get a way forward. That's all I could say for now.
Yes, there was this tweet, that has been there on Twitter, where El-Rufai was like using Bob Marley to make reference. And, Obedience were like, he shouldn't even talk from wherever he is. I guess he's not currently in Nigeria. And from wherever he is, he was making reference that your worst enemy could be your best friend, and your best friend could be your worst enemy. I don't know if you came across that, and if there's anything you have to.
I haven't. Remember, they said that El-Rufai declined the position of minister, but I said it's a lie. It's a big lie. Let me tell you the little I know about the protocol before you even appear before the Senate. It's just like Festus Keyamo that said that he was boarding a flight to go on holiday and he was told it's a lie. So we have a minister that is a liar in the name of Festus Keyamo. And we have a one who desired to be minister and who could not become, and he lied. Someone said that International Criminal Court is actually investigating him for crime against humanity. That's why the plug was pulled. I listened to it in a channel that was why the plug was pulled, because of the way he messed up Kaduna State. He paid terrorists, so he knows them, and yet they were killing people. They used the money he gave them to buy more weapons to come and dislodge more villages. But the protocol is this: when you're tipped, first and foremost, before you appear before the Senate, you go for DSS screening. And after going for DSS screening, DSS will clear you before you appear before the Senate. For El-Rufai to appear before the Senate, why would he first submit his credentials to DSS for their background check, and then get the clearance, and then appear before the Senate, and then all of a sudden, after wasting the Senate's time, which is our taxpayers' money time, he now say, I no one do. It's a lie, foul. And so whatever he's doing, he's crying because he couldn't come back to power, at least for now. And Festus Keyamo should stop telling us all those lies that he was boarding a flight and he was told. He's talking to babies. We know better. All right.
So, Doc, Peter Obi has come out to debunk this news that is flying around that he wants to go into a merger with Kwankwaso and Atiku. Please, can you shed more light on that?
Yes. He did say that all those things you're hearing are rumors. Because they are rumors, indeed. You know, the conspiracy theory is possible. It is Arise News that tweeted it too. It's no longer actually tweet, it's X now. That platform is no longer called Twitter, but it's going to take some time before we remember that it's no longer Twitter, but X. You know? So, I don't know where they saw the picture of three of them and said that they are deliberating. But you see, these are suggestions, conspiracies. But to the best of my knowledge, I will take the word of P2B for his word. He said all these things are rumors. He said half of the things you're hearing are rumors, and I take it for that. Simple, sorted. I take it for that.
So finally, as regards to Wike assuming office in the FCT, there was this group of people that came out to like give him a welcome, will I call it welcome chant. They were like, Wike, now you we want, now you we want. And from their accent, they appear not to be Southerners. Does it mean that the indigents, could these people be APC members, or are they PDPs who are supporting Wike? At a point, I was a bit confused. I don't know if you have any thoughts to share with us.
There is so much hunger in Nigeria. All you need to raise up to hire people who will come and make noise, carry a placard. It's 1,000 naira. And how you know is that some of them are even carrying placard that is upside down. Simple. They are hired people because he knows that he's not popular. So he's doing all those things. Who cares? Who really cares? You know, so they're all hired, rented people to come and, because people are reminding him of what he said. And not long, and all these things, he said all these things this year. The speed with which Wike was changing, he has proven to be amongst all the politicians in Nigeria today that are so unstable, so unreliable, so much that you can't take him for his word. It's not by sounding firm that makes you to be honest. It's by living your word. And he has proven to be someone who cannot leave his word. He can't. Because everything he has said, he has done a different thing altogether. That is it. And he does it with impunity. He doesn't even care the law he breaks. He does it with impunity. He insults you to your face. He breaks the law. Wow. It's a pity. Okay.
So thank you very much for the analysis. So guys, we have seen it that Mr. Peter Obi's support base is very strong. And no doubt the judiciary will do the needful. And for people like Wike, I'm just wondering what he's going to do when Tinubu is disqualified. I mean, a person like him who is easily, swayed, how is he going to manage his political career? Because these are politicians. For me, I don't think they want to go into business again. They just want to focus on politics.
I tell you what he will do. He will say, I said it in Port Harcourt that the greatest winner of this election is P2B. No problem. He will have his day in court. He will say it, and he will go loitering around Nassau Rock, hoping for Labour Party to accommodate him. Because these people, they don't have any shame. Just sorry. You know those people who don't care, the highest bidder. But let him be well guided. That the new sheriff that will take over will not hire people like him. As simple as that. Okay, we got to go now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys for today's live session. Thank you for your presence. Please do well to like this video so that YouTube can recommend it for others to watch. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless you. Doctor, thank you for all the contributions, and good night to all of you. Bye.
Great. Thanks. Bye.